Tonight on NewsCenter, Rocky Atkins throws his hat in the race for governor. The Student Government Association holds their annual canned food drive. The Chi Omega annual Follies dance competition. BCM gathers with international students, and we spotlight some athletes around campus. All this and more tonight on NewsCenter.
Good evening. Welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Olivia Leeds.
And I'm Josh Bryant.
Thanks for tuning in to the news that's tuned into you. Here's what's making headlines for November 15th, 2018. Moorhead House Minority Floor Leader Rocky Atkins made a big announcement Wednesday afternoon at the Moorhead Conference Center.
And I want to make a promise today with every one of you as my witness here today. As governor, I will work for you day in and day out, not for myself.
Alumni of Moorhead State, Rocky Atkins has announced his run for governor, alongside with Stephanie Horn as lieutenant governor.
Let me tell you about who I am. I'm a small business owner and attorney. I'm an elected school board member. I'm the daughter of 2 teachers. I'm the wife of a U.S. Marine Corps veteran.
We must keep that promise to the people of this great Commonwealth. As governor, infrastructure improvements will be one of our top priorities.
The doors were open to everyone, and signs for advertisement were given out to anyone wanting them. Moorhead State students tell how they feel about Atkins' campaign.
Well, I'm very excited. As a Democrat myself, I'm very excited to have a Democrat hopefully in office that supports the common people of Kentucky, the working people, and he's an advocate for public education.
As a Moorhead State student, I'm very excited to see what Rocky brings to the table.
Many guest speakers, such as former Governor Paul Patton, was there to endorse Atkins.
But I've known Rocky, and I've known him hard working. You know, we spent 8 years in Frankfurt together.
For NewsCenter, I'm Olivia Leet.
The recent wildfires in California have currently claimed the lives of 48 people. A list has been released of around 100 missing individuals. Some of the reported missing persons are said to be in their 80s and 90s. According to ABC News 7 out of Los Angeles, California, there are 2 major fires. Camp Fire, which has burned 135,000 acres of land and is 35% contained, and the Woolsey Fire, which has burned more than 97,000 acres and is 47% contained.
Moorhead State will be hosting a holiday carnival on Tuesday, November 27th in Aduc. The event will last from 5 to 7 p.m. The carnival will include children's activities, a snowflake cafe, pictures with Santa, and some holiday music. The Associate Director of Leadership, Programming and Inclusion, Shannon Colvin, says that this event is a time for students, faculty, staff, and community members to come and bring their families and celebrate the beginning of the holiday season. The event is open to anyone. For more information, contact Colvin at 606-783-2886.
Button Auditorium was roaring Tuesday night with the Chi Follies.
Welcome to 2018 Chi Omega Follies.
Students and families alike packed Button Auditorium last night for the MSU Follies event. Follies is the biggest sorority and fraternity event of the semester. Different groups gathered together and performed dances on stage that they have been practicing for a year. The theme for this year's event was Emerald City. Tickets were sold for $8 and all proceeds went to charities.
Working me, she working me, urging me, it be urging me.
Throughout the event, prizes were awarded, such as gift cards and other items. As always, the event was a huge success with everyone involved. For NewsCenter, I'm Erica Johnson.
Now it's time for our weather preview with Kyle. Kyle, what's the weather like?
So if you've been outside today, you probably noticed that it has been rainy. Today has
gloomy.
been, a gloomy day,
Yeah.
to say the least. So yeah, you can expect kind of some rain for the rest of the day. And then in the night, it's going to get much colder, but still have that precipitation, so we're probably going to be looking at some snow tonight. So prepare to be bundled up.
Gotta get my snow boots.
Yeah, get those snow boots ready. And then you can expect the same thing throughout the week, some chances of rain, and that's going to dip into the holiday next week. So around Thanksgiving, you're probably going to have to see some more rain, specifically on Thanksgiving Day. So be prepared for that. I don't know if that's going to ruin any holiday plans, but there is going to be some rain. Same kind of thing goes on most of next week as well. There's a pretty good chance that it's going to be raining for the entirety of the week, with the exception, I think, Tuesday or Thursday of the following week, maybe a little bit brighter. But for now, expect some rainy weather.
I'm ready for the rain to be over, though. Oh, my gosh.
Yes, me too.
Well, thank you, Kyle. And when we come back, we have an interview with one of the producers for a new show on MSU TV, Chaz Jenkins.
We don't care where you are from. We support you. We need you. We love you. In Morehead State University, we major in diversity.
We need you. We love you.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, John.
How are you?
I'm good.
What is that beautiful instrument you're playing?
Why, John, this is a Lee Oscar harmonica.
Do tell.
People ask me all the time what type of harmonicas I prefer. I prefer Lee Oscar. Lee Oscar harmonica is the preferred harmonica of both professional harp players and TV show hosts.
If I didn't know better, I'd swear Steve was doing a commercial for our first sponsor.
That's right. Lee Oscar harmonica is the sponsor for Art This. And one of the things with Lee Oscar, folks, if you're curious in playing harmonicas, each Lee Oscar harmonica comes with a unique quick guide to inform you to how to play harmonicas with various styles of music.
All I can say is, Art This.
Art
Thanks,
This.
Lee.
Thanks, Lee.
Welcome back. I'm here with the Chaz Jenkins to talk about a new show coming to MSU TV. So, Chaz.
Campus Clive. It is a show hosted by me and actually your director, Jordan Adams. I was doing a segment for More Tonight, one of the other shows that broadcasts on MSU TV, and I created this silly cooking segment that was just a big joke, and Jordan came to me and was like, dude, that is exactly the idea I've been thinking of for a show. We should totally do it. I was like, absolutely. So we came up with the idea, structured and everything, and actually just today we finally got it finalized. So it's coming to MSU TV.
Okay, awesome. So you said it's Campus Life or Campus Clive?
Campus Clive. So the whole joke there is that it's a typo. And then our logo, it's a huge C with Ampus and Life. And when you look at it, it reads like Campus Clive.
Okay, gotcha. So how exactly is the show structured? Like, what can you expect to see on the
Well, I don't want to give away too much because, again, it hasn't, no episodes have been posted yet, but our pilot is actually being broadcast on television. But it runs where we have a certain theme, whether it's around cooking on campus, moving into campus, housing, all different types of college things you might deal with. And we have some big segment that's structured around that. Most of the time, rarely has to do with the theme. It's mainly just a big joke.
Okay, so what kind of inspired you to do this? Like, what was your...
Well, I've watched a lot of different types of YouTube creators with all different styles of editing, and it's very internet culture inspired. A lot of memes and motion tracking and zoom ins and dumb transitions, just utilized. It's not meant to be serious whatsoever.
Okay, and then when can people expect to actually see the show?
The first episode, our pilot episode, should be uploaded near the beginning of next semester.
Okay.
And just throughout the year, we'll have 4 episodes being uploaded onto television and online. It'll be awesome.
Well, thank you, Chaz. All right, so when we go back, we'll have your weather update.
Want to lose weight but don't know where to start? The first step is simple. Get active. Take a stroll from your dorm down to the Fuzzy Duck for about a 1-mile round trip. You can take it a step further and start cooking some healthy food, but walk to IGA instead of driving to Kroger. That's about 1.5 miles. And when you want to reward yourself for making progress, a trip to the movies is a 3-mile round trip. Once walking gets too easy, you can always start jogging. Happy exercising!
Tired of playing video games by yourself?
King me.
Don't have any friends to play board games with? Or any friends at all? Then come join the Morehead State gaming community every Tuesday night at 7 to enjoy board games, video games, and more. Hosted on the 2nd floor of the Camden Carroll Library.
Are you interested in becoming a service dog sitter or handler? 4 Paws for Ability at MSU allows members to get involved with the Service Dog Association. During your membership, you could help future service dogs get used to a public setting and get accustomed to staying on the clock in a home environment. For more information, follow MSU 4 Paws or email msusda@outlook.com.
Good evening, Morehead, and this is your weather update. So today you can be expecting 40-degree weathers with some rain. If you've been outside, you've definitely seen that. There's a 97% chance of humidity with winds at 7 miles per hour. It's been a pretty cold, rainy day, not exactly what I'd call a perfect sunshine. So let's take a look over here at our temperature map. This is going to outline all the different temperatures in Kentucky, with Morehead being at 40 degrees. Over in Ashland, 42, Lexington at 35, Frankfort at 35, London at 36 degrees, Louisville at 34, Bowling Green at 31, and Paducah at 33 degrees. So kind of statewide, cold, kind of gloomy day. All right, so looking at tonight's forecast, you can see a low of 29%. 29 degrees is kind of low, and that's going to kind of be throughout the week. You can expect those low temperatures with some snow showers. So may have to have some snow boots on. All right, so tomorrow's forecast, you can expect a high of 47 degrees, so not much warmer, but still warmer nonetheless. It's going to be partly cloudy with sunrise at 7:14 a.m. Now, as you can see through the 7-day forecast, you can kind of expect some cold temperatures. It's going to pick up a little bit on Saturday and Sunday, being 53 degrees and 51 degrees. But every night consistently low between the 20s and 30s. All righty, so Morehead, that is your weather. Let's go ahead and kick it over to Braxton with sports.
Senior point guard Miranda Crockett recently received recognition for her achievements for Morehead State University's women's basketball team.
All right, so for our previous game that we just had, we did pretty good. I think the team did a good job playing together and playing hard and staying focused on the game plan so that we could do what we need to do to get the win. I think we had a little fall out in the fourth quarter. We kind of had a little slip up, but all in all, we did pretty good. Enough what we need to do to get the win. Being picked preseason All-OVC is a pretty exciting honor to receive. I was picked first team All-OVC last season at the end of the season, so getting picked preseason is pretty special to me. Honestly, it just shows that the OVC appreciates what I do and is acknowledging my hard work that I've worked for 4 years to become the player that I am. So I'm really excited about the season and being able to help my team hopefully get to the tournament and win a championship.
New Orleans Saints wide receiver Dez Bryant suffered a torn Achilles heel during Friday's practice. His injury put him out of the game for the remainder of the 2018 season and is in danger of missing the start of the 2019 season. It's a potential career ender for Bryant after going unsigned until Week 10. Teammate Mark Ingram shows support by tweeting, "The egg's still going up, bro." Dez states after the injury, "Things was just starting to heat up for me. I won't question the man upstairs. This is the ultimate test. Thank you everyone for the prayers." Morehead State women's basketball opened their season with a 2-game road trip to North Carolina, where they faced last year's Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference champions, North Carolina A&T, and Gardner-Webb. Junior guard Aaliyah June had 2 outstanding games by dropping 28 points in each outing. Senior guard Miranda Crockett also had a great weekend by having 18 points and 7 steals in the first game against A&T and 24 points against Gardner-Webb. Aaliyah June received OVC Player and Newcomer of the Week for her outstanding performance. The Eagles return to action this weekend with 3 home games this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Johnson Arena. After receiving 6 Ohio Valley Conference weekly awards during her first 2 seasons here at MSU, Olivia Lohmeyer has been named Ohio Valley Conference Player of the Year. She earned the most votes from conference coaches and sports information directors. In addition to her Player of the Year award, she also earned a spot on the OVC first team, along with redshirt senior teammate Jesse Watchman. Chandler Clark also received OVC honors by earning a spot on the OVC second team. Redshirt senior Jaron Higginbottom became the 3rd receiver in Eagle football history to reach the 2,000-yard mark. After earning all PFL honors in 2017, Higginbottom has had a great senior season by getting a team-high 614 yards on the season.
Redshirt senior Jaron Higginbotham became the 3rd receiver in Eagle football history to eclipse the 2,000-yard mark. Higginbotham caught 35 passes for a team-high 614 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. As a junior, Jaron posted the 3rd highest receiving yards total in program history. He was also named to the PFL All-Conference team and led the league in yards per catch. As the season begins to come to an end, Higginbotham reflects back on his career and tells how he has helped lead this team to continue to get better.
Yeah, I didn't really even know until after the game. I passed 2,000 receiving yards. I was kind of shocked, actually. I was even more shocked there's only 3 people before me to actually do it, or I am the 3rd person. But it was nice to get that recognition for that. It's a milestone that a lot of receivers want to get to in their career, and I'm just blessed that God gave me the abilities and I was allowed to showcase those abilities. I'm sacrificed a lot of time, a lot of dedication, especially in the summers. Just staying here the whole summer, it's definitely a hard thing to do. You know, it's, you have to put forth a lot of time to get to certain points in life. If you want to, achieve something like that or achieve something else, you have to put a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice. This last year, it didn't start off like I expected it to be. I got injured. I just remembered who I'm playing with. I'm playing with my brothers. I remember this is my last year. Every day, I was making sure I was coming out here with a smile on my face because I know they're looking at me. It's been a really good year. I want to, even though we lost a couple games, I want to have it go any other way because I'm playing with my brothers. Win or lose, it's a great team to be part of.
We'll be right back with more news after the break.
been out all day?
Breckenridge Hall.
What's so cool about Breckenridge Hall?
Hey there, ever wish you knew how to control fire? Or had a mini version of yourself? Or you could be anywhere you want with the snap of your fingers? Well then, become a part of Convergent Media.
For more information, go to moreheadstate.edu/convergentmedia.
The Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz faces new charges after allegedly attacking a jail officer Tuesday night. Officials say the incident happened when Sergeant Raymond Beltran told Cruz to quit dragging his sandals around. That's when Cruz allegedly responded with an obscene gesture and rushed to the officer, striking him with his fist. The altercation escalated as Cruz was able to gain control of a stun gun. Sergeant Beltran was able to regain control of the situation, causing Cruz to retreat into the day room where he was later taken into custody. Cruz's hearing on the assault charges was held Wednesday afternoon. Officials say his lawyers have no...
The Student Government Association is holding a canned food drive to benefit Eagle Essentials. SGA President Brandon Breyer met with NewsCenter to discuss the food drive and the Eagle Essentials Pantry.
So the week before Thanksgiving is National World Hunger Day, and so we've been working towards coming up with some sort of initiative that we can to gather as much food or kind of promote that cause in the best way that we can. So we allocated money to give away gift cards to incentivize a canned food drive, which is going on campus right now. There's going to be tabling in ADUC as well as in the rec center and sometimes at the Rock. So we have had just some of our Congress members, senators, and some of our executive board sitting there, and you just sign your name, and just one canned food item gets you eligible to win a $50 Visa gift card or two $25 gift cards. So we'll have 3 winners that we pull randomly from it, but just one canned food item. When you drop it off, you just leave your name. And again, we just wanted to bring awareness to the World Hunger Week, which is preceding Thanksgiving, and find some sort of cause to fight for on that. The cans will go to the Eagle Essentials, which is a little known resource that's not as well known as we'd like it to be on campus, and that was kind of the other primary reason for starting the canned food drive, is to bring awareness to this. We're actually standing in the Eagle Essentials Pantry. It's on the 2nd floor of ADUC. It's right next to the Campus Activities Board office, and what it is, it's a pantry where there's no questions asked. Students that need, whether it's toiletry items, food, we have all different kinds of cans. We have cereal, soap, deodorant, hibachi stuff down here, so really whatever people need, they can just come in, no questions asked, and it really does make a difference because there are students that come in every week, and this is what makes the difference and makes ends meet some weeks. So it's really, we're trying to promote that as well, and so every donation that we receive will go directly towards here.
A ceasefire was put in place on Tuesday between Israel and Hamas militants in Gaza. On Wednesday, Israel's Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman resigned to protest the ceasefire. Avigdor's resignation leaves the Israel Prime Minister with a narrow parliamentary majority of 61 out of 120 seats. The resignation will likely bring about an early election.
Bath County Sheriff Deputy Joshua Priest was charged with prohibited use of an electronic communication system to procure a minor. Bath County Sheriff John Snediger is calling for a full investigation. Priest was lodged in the Rowan County Detention Center November 8th and was taken into custody by the Kentucky State Police Post 8. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Want to lose weight but don't know where to start? The first step is simple. Get active. Take a stroll from your dorm down to the Fuzzy Duck for about a 1-mile round trip. You can take it a step further and start cooking some healthy food, but walk to IGA instead of driving to Kroger. That's about 1.5 miles. And when you want to reward yourself for making progress, a trip to the movies is a 3-mile round trip. Once walking gets too easy, you can always start jogging. Happy exercising!
The BCM finished out their International Education Week with coffee in the Adron Dorian facility in University Center.
The BCM hosted their annual coffee hour in ADUC as part of the International Education Week.
So right now we're having coffee hour, and it's just a time for international students to come together and just talk over coffee. And so they usually just get together, and we end up staying for anywhere from an hour, as it says in the name, to 2, maybe 3 hours just talking after coffee. Since I've been in college, I've been a part of the international team, and our main purpose is to reach out to international students, to serve them, and just to help have them help them have a better experience here.
I mean, anytime you get to interact with your friends, it's a great time, and so we just set up the International Coffee Hour on a schedule twice a month to make sure that the coffee hour happens, and so that helps people who might have busier schedules to make sure they can predict, they know when it's going to happen and they know the time that it's going to happen, so they can set aside that time in their schedules. But that doesn't mean that we don't go out of our way throughout the weeks to make sure that, hey, do you want to go get coffee, or are you studying in the library, I can come meet you, and that kind of thing. And so coffee hour isn't limiting the interactions that we can have with international students, but it just provides a set time for those interactions to happen in case people might have busy schedules.
For more information on international students, contact International Student Services at 606-783-2096.
International Student Services is located on the second floor of ADUC in room 234.
A Citizens Bank in Sharpsburg, Kentucky was robbed Wednesday morning. An investigation is currently in progress. The robber was described as a man wearing dark clothes. The amount of money that was taken from the bank is currently undisclosed. The Kentucky State Police are still looking into the robbery.
Attorney Michael Avenatti has been arrested on charges of domestic violence. Los Angeles police officer Jeff Lee says that Avenatti was arrested Wednesday morning on suspicion of domestic violence following reports taken on Tuesday evening. The identity of the woman making the accusations is unavailable. Avenatti's recently been a media presence as the legal representation for adult film star Stormy Daniels in her case with President Trump.
Co-creator of Marvel Comics Stan Lee was pronounced dead Monday in Los Angeles. Lee created the popular Marvel characters Spider-Man, the Hulk, X-Men, Thor, and many others in the comic book world. Lee created characters based on normal, everyday people and brought awareness to social issues that were going into that time period. Lee stated in an interview with the Washington Post in 1992 he wanted to make them real flesh and blood characters with personality. Lee had talked with his protege, Roy Thomas, for 30 minutes in what would be his last sit-down with Thomas. According to Thomas's manager, John Camino, they discussed comics and superheroes. Camino states that his last words were, "God bless, take care of my boy, Roy." Lee was 95 years old.
Morehead State University's Thanksgiving break begins on Wednesday, November 21st. Campus closes Tuesday, the 20th, at 7 p.m. Classes will not be in session through the rest of the week. NewsCenter will not air on Thursday, the 22nd. Morehead State University will reopen its doors on Sunday, the 25th, and classes will resume their normal schedules on Monday, the 26th.
That's all the news we have for you this week.
If you have any
Have a great
questions
Thanksgiving.
or comments, email us at